Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Now, before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. What you see laid before you is part 3 of the 4-part series that I'm doing for you guys. This one is called Obstacles to Walking Your Path. And what it's meant to do is to allow you to overcome these blockages that are in the area of life that the video is about, in order to gain access to the energies that will become available to us starting 2020. Okay, let's get started. The first message you have comes from the Shadow and Light deck, and it's number 44, which is Fairy of the Green World, and each 4 represents stability, but together they represent a cyclical energy of cycles. And it says, Fairy of the Green World, the natural world needs you. The plants which are very tired, fewer and fewer plants and trees and forests are expected to provide more and more life-giving oxygen for animals, elements, and we humans. Sometimes she becomes overwhelmed with all we humans have done to the green world. Give her your help. Blessings are returned to you threefold. The green world is changing, and I am asking for your help. The world needs you to tend the green things in it in some way right now. It is your time to make a contribution, time to plant a garden, assist another with theirs, or share food, flowers, or herbs from your own. Depend less on supermarkets. Learn to live with her, the soul of the green world. By providing the world with this beautiful example, you are nourishing and nurturing Mother, the Earth, Mother Sustainer, who feels so tired sometimes. Take time to grow plants or tend to a vegetable patch or a herb garden. The natural forest and the wild green space of the planet need your healing, kind, tending hand and heart right now. It is a time for growth, for abundance, for the earth element to find its way true and strong in your beautiful life. Eat organic, go raw, detox. Be more self-sustaining and step away from the unnatural system and join the natural energies of the planet and the galaxies. Excuse me. Next message you have is Atlantis, rapid development, excellence, and success, which you received this in your number 2 message, I believe. And it's number 19, which boils down to a 10, which boils down to a 1, which is endings and beginnings. And you have number, from my favorite oracle deck, you have number 11, Dreams Gone Wild. And it says, you have used different faiths, ideas, icons, and totems as guideposts to a higher level of thought. To gain a different and better perspective, you have looked to wildlife as spirit guides and teachers, honoring them with your art, time spent in nature, and medicine bundles. You have admired birds, the strongest and the smallest, with fetishes, feathers, crystals. All have been dreamed over in ceremony, and all have been powerful in your intent. But this power is lost when your dreams get wild and unfocused. You wear 2 different faces when you are unfamiliar with your truth. And you wear both of these masks together when you are a great pretender, not understanding the sacred dream reality in which you live. If you were a bird of prey, what would you be? How would you feel? Do you think you could seek to be anything other than the great bird the Creator intended you to be? The next message comes from the Abundance Angels deck, and you received 3 of those. And the first one was Deservingness. It says, you are a beloved child of God, like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. And the next one is exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. It says the key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels. And the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising. It can become its own reward. And lastly, you have visualize abundance in all forms. It says God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. Okay. The next message you have comes from the Blue Angel deck. And it is, it's Awakening, Archangel Gabriel. And it's look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. The next message comes from the Animal Medicine. Sorry, gotta grab something real quick. Okay. The Animal Medicine deck. And it's Hummingbird, number 44, as well as this one. So this number may be significant to you. And it's being present. Good things are coming, playful, independent, tenacity, determined, adaptable, lifting negativity, swift, respond quickly, joy and happiness, small but strong, courageous and flexible. And it's air, so it's the mental realm. I'm sorry, it just got really cold where I'm located. Okay, you have fruits are ripe for the picking, coming from the Black-Hearted Oracle, which you did receive in, I believe, message number 2. And it says, have you ever picked a strawberry fully ripened and at its perfection? If not, you should. Any fruit will do, though. But you have come to a time when your thoughts and deeds can produce the sweetest results. So please don't waste time in doubt and misery. If you have done the work, this is a time of great reward. If not, now is the time to start taking action upon those great ideas that have been dancing in your head. Pick the fruit of your mind and put them into your reality. Your garden of abundance awaits your attention. The second message comes from the Black-Hearted Oracle as well. And it's 20, fear and doubt will bench you. And it says, sit this one out. Sit this one out, son. You're just not ready. Who do you think you are? Come on now, stop. Stop being selfish. You just don't have the skills yet. You're not ready. You're going to damage not only yourself. Think about me, your goddamn ego. Please don't, really don't, allow that negative voice to control you any longer. You are wiser than you realize, funnier than you imagined. The world has long awaited what you have to offer. So you're not only hurting yourself when you delay your progress out of fear and doubt, you are hurting the collective, because the natural talents you were blessed with from conception was meant to be shared with the whole entire earth. How long will you try and hide your light under a basket and call it darkness? Your stage and throne calls to you, ever so loudly. When shall you answer their call? So now, Sagittarius, as we can see, this is telling you of a need for you to be focused, to get out of your head. You have to see yourself and things from a different perspective, and you have to do this very quickly. Because you might view yourself as small and insignificant, but if you've ever seen a hummingbird fly, you could see the tenacity that they carry. So view yourself as you might be small, but you're strong. And there's a swift response coming in. You have to know that you deserve all the goodness that comes to you. I mean, and your last reading also spoke about you spending time in nature and planting a garden so that you could come to the terms of, seeing how you build dreams, just as though you would plant something from seed and tend to it until it comes to its perfection, so that you can enjoy the abundance of what was once just a seed or just a thought. So the natural world is calling to you, so that you can get back in tune and get grounded. Because it seems as though your dreams, they're here. I mean, they want to be made manifest. So as I said again, you're going to have to think about things from a different perspective. And know that good things are on their way to you. Because with your determination, your independence, and your adaptability, you're more than ready for the changes that are coming. I mean, this says rapid development, excellence, and success. So if you could just let go of this fear and doubt, and know that your fruits are ripe for the picking and work towards these goals, nothing can stop you. Only yourself. We are all self-determining, and whether we decide to build good or build bad, that's truly up to us. Now, let's go into the second portion of your reading. And what we received was facade. I'm sorry, my nose is like, excuse me. It's so chilly. Facade says, personal comfort comes with this metallic energy and a deep need to discover your true self. Earthly values and care for others are also represented. Being cut off from feelings may be a challenge. Recover who you are and rethink your journey. Facade, the bronze god. This isn't who I am. If you are unhappy in your relationship, you may be relating to others through a false sense of duty. Give up being something you're not. Bronze God is about reclaiming life. What have I done to heal my childhood pain? Disassociating from yourself, reclaiming your life, healing childhood pain, recovery, integration, and play. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. When I clarified, I received the King of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Sun. Right? So, if you are being overly focused on finances, but this is not truly what makes you happy. I mean, I know we all have our desires and our goals and our needs and wants that we seek to be met. But sometimes we can become so overly focused on just the pinnacle that we become out of balance with ourselves. Because we end up living through a facade instead of being totally grounded in who we are as a person. Because this Temperance card that represents you, it's about filling your own cup. This one foot is fully grounded on the earth, and the next one is just barely tipping the tip of the toes into the water. So this means that there is no off-kiltered balance where the emotions takes over sometimes and then sensibility takes over the other times. No, the emotions are in check because he's constantly filling his own cup. So if you're in a state of thinking that you cannot achieve this, remember that through your balance, you will, this is the most happiest card of the deck. This is happiness and bright prospects. This is a sign that good things are on their way. Because the sunflowers represents abundance. But you're just going to have to get rid of this facade. So if you're serving someone in your life out of obligation, you really have to ask yourself, what are you doing? Are you being true to thy own self? Because remember, it says to thy own self be true. And a lot of us get caught up in this guilt and this sense of obligation that we sacrifice things we're not supposed to sacrifice in the name of love or responsibility. The next message also comes from the Chakra Oracle deck, and it's guilt. And guilt says, this card indicates deep caring and protection from emotional hurt through standing strong in your emotions. There is a great inner resolve here. Once your mind is made up, you can see when others have tried to manipulate you. Reclaim your life. It says, I am sorry, but I have to take care of myself. Do not do for others what they need to do for themselves. Speak truth from your heart. Honesty is freedom. Any guilt is fear of being disliked. Am I giving away too much time and energy and resenting it? Is my anger really guilt? Self-care, burdened by obligations, enabling others, finding personal power. Awareness, awakening, and release. So, just as the Black-Hearted Oracle had stated that fear and doubt would bench you, and of course, facade, and needing to look at things from a different perspective. And as well, remembering that you might be small, but you are strong and very powerful. In those wings of yours is a lot of energy, you know? So you have to be present in your life and know that you're not allowing this guilt and the facade of putting on a smile while you're feeling guilty because you're at a time where you need to take care of yourself. Self-love is the best love. Like, if you don't have self-love, then how can you truly be a Sagittarius? How can you truly be tempered within yourself and expect the blessings of the sun to shine upon you? You can't. Okay, to clarify, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Excuse me, sorry. So now we see here that there's a work situation that has got you to a point of guilt, or the work that you're putting into a situation has you to a point of guilt. But you need to be honest with yourself. Because, I mean, the Page of Swords is right underneath the person who's feeling this guilt. You need to be honest with yourself and realize that, are you putting in your passions in the wrong things? I always advise people to be selfish, and when I say that, it's not coming from a place of lower negative energies. But what it is coming from is a place is that you have to fill your own cup. You know? You have to give to yourself what you would expect someone else to give to you. And that's just what it is. You have to fill your cup first. Because if your cup is empty or you've given somebody else your cup, what do you have? There's nothing out of that abundance to give. You're going to be dealing from a lack perspective. So be true with yourself. You know, this Page of Swords is what you need to have to realize that this guilt is nothing but a facade. And if somebody is making you feel guilty because you need to take care of yourself above you taking care of them, know that that is a facade. Every tub has to sit on its own bottom. The next message comes from, as well, all of these messages come from the Chakra Oracle. I might as well say it. Is dissipating. And it says, allow gentle flight of your thoughts. Canary yellow supports the creativity in daydreaming. Recognizing the difference between a daydream and a well thought out plan is key, as creativity must be freed from its cage. Beware of being imprisoned by the story you tell. Do you intend to do what you say? A lack of planning does not indicate misfortune. Am I doing what I say? Taking action, content to dream, going in circles, strong intelligence, making excuses, procrastinating, companionship, connection, and insistence. Sorry. To clarify, we received the Chariot, the Four of Swords, the the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So now, is this guilt that you're feeling, Sagittarius, because the facade that you're keeping up, saying that you want to accomplish these dreams, saying that you want to move boldly forward on your path, but yet still staying stuck in rest? And because you're staying stuck in rest, you end up being a Knight of Swords, discontent and bored. Being sneaky to your own self, robbing your own self of this victory that you can have. Resulting in you feeling guilt, because we know that facades, they come up and they go down quite easily. So you're going to have to be careful not to be deceiving yourself. If you look above his head, it's the black and white tile pattern, which to me signifies the darkness and the light that you need to bring into balance. These two swords also, to me, represent the fact that he hasn't made a decision. He's resting. And this resting right now is causing pain because he has the truth. The truth has been given. Not by anyone else. No one rushed in to tell you the truth. You already knew it. It's deep within you. Because, I mean, you're the Sagittarius. You've known that your dreams have gone wild because they're unfocused. So don't get caught up in telling yourself this story of one day, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Life is short and it flies by very quickly. And before you know it, you will be at the end of your days regretting everything. Really living in a place of guilt. Okay. The final message comes from... Oh, I'm sorry. They all come from the Chakra Oracle. And it's impasse. It says, what is done is done. This card can indicate the end of a great emotional upset. The power to change direction for the better is supported in rest. Your angels appear to protect you in the long run. This is a detour, not a no. Be in the here and now, things will change. Go where you are led for now. This is a reroute, not an ending. The path is blocked and you are at an impasse, but the goal is still there. Do not wait for your present situation to change. Stay focused and find another path. How adaptable am I? What does this card reveal about my feelings and my reaction to delays? Change of direction, regroup, refocus, protection from harm, guardian angels, wisdom, opportunity, and surrender. Sorry. Now, this is the Lovers. Then we received Death, King of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Wands, and the Tower. Now, I could read this to say that you're in a relationship that is coming to an end. But as I say, this is not like one of those love and romance relationships. If you know that's what is your blockage, then fine, se more be, let it be so. But that's not what I see here. To me, this Lovers is a choice, right? And because you haven't made the choice, you've been stuck in deceiving yourself and resting on this choice and being stuck in a hangman position to where you needed to see things from a different angle. Now you're coming up to an impasse where there's no longer a choice to be made because death has come to claim whatever choice there is. So if you are in a job that was offering you what seemed to be a King of Pentacles vibe, you're no longer happy here. You're feeling as though it is causing you to block your dreams because you're torn. You're torn with what the heart wants and what the mind requires. You know, the everyday getting up and bustling and doing what needs to be done. So right now it's going to come to a point where these burdens, they have to be dropped. Because something is going to happen that's going to change this. That's going to redirect you on this King of Pentacles path that you were on that wasn't really abundant. It just looked as though it was. That's going to help you to stop deceiving yourself and get out of this stuck resting mode. Because remember, we also had the Atlantis card. So not because you're seeing these cards that looked a bit destructive. Remember that you had also Temperance and you also had the Sun. So at the end of it all, you will be able to stand fully in your Temperance mode and the Sun. Because not only does this say rapid development, it also says excellence and success. Because Atlantis was the pinnacle of knowledge and the pinnacle of what society was meant to be. But it was only through their hubris that they were destroyed. But, yeah, Sagittarius, I think that if you can get rid of this guilt and facade and take up your dreams and move boldly by harnessing your dark and your light energies. And remember that you might be small, but you're strong and you're powerful and good things are on their way. Because you're assured stability and joy and happiness due to your determination and your tenacity. I thank you so much for visiting the Black-Hearted Oracle. I pray this message finds you well. And I pray that you find your higher self in the quiet places. And may Ma'at hold you in her loving graces. Ashe.